Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire. And I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about God understands your intentions. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you got two people. Let's say two people took an L financially. Two people took a financial L. You know what I'm saying? One person took a financial L by buying all these toxic weaves and buying all this toxic makeup, buying they took a financial L buying all this toxic weave, buying all this toxic makeup. You know what I'm saying? It could be men out there, they buying all this weed and all these cigarettes and all these different things, right? So they took a financial L buying all these things. And then on the other side, you got a person who took a financial L, but they was working on a project for God. They was working on a movie for God. They was working on a song for God. They was working on they was using their talents to promote God's kingdom, and they took a financial L. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody take L's. You know what I'm saying? Everybody take all types of L's. You got to take all these L's in order to win. So is God going to judge these two people differently, or is he going to judge them the same? Is God going to judge the person who took an L while buying all these toxic products, all this weed, all these drugs, all this toxic cursed makeup, all these toxic weaves and all this stuff? They took an L doing all these things, right? While the other person took they took a financial L, but they was investing in like projects for God. They was using their talents for God's kingdom. They was investing in the quality of the work that's related to God's kingdom and to glorifying God. When God looks at these two people, what do you think? Do you think God judges these two people the same? They both took a financial L. They have that in common. Let's say they both took a financial L. Let's say they both took a financial L. They have that in common now. They both took a financial L. They was making investments in different things. They took some L's. They both took financial L's. When God judges them two people, you think God judges them the same, or do you think God judges them differently? I'm trying to tell you, God understands your intentions, bro. God understands your intentions, bro. Like, God is not going to judge them two people the same. What you mean? He can't judge them the same, bro. They both took financial L's for different reasons. Think of it like this. When you invest in something, it's like you're betting on something. I'm going to repeat that one more time. When you investing in something, it's like you're betting on something. This person, they basically bet their money on weed. They bet their money on drugs. They bet their money, if it's a woman, you know what I'm saying? Let's say the woman bet her money on weave and cursed makeup and all this stuff. And if it's a dude, let's say the dude bet his money on weed, drugs, sports, alcohol, and all this stuff, right? Meanwhile, you got this other person, right? And let's say this woman over here, she invested her money in a project that she's working on for God. She invested her money in her talents for God, her paintings for God. You know what I'm saying? Just basically the work of God, like God's plan for her life. That's where she placed her money, in God's work for her life. And let's say this dude over here also, he invested his money in the work of God, in the talents, and God's plan for his life. God won't judge them people the same, bro. I'm trying to tell you what I know. Bro, he understands all this stuff, bro. God is not in grade 1. God is not in elementary school, bro. God is smarter than any adult that ever lived on this planet. God is not in grade 1 that he doesn't understand the difference between this person's intention and that person's intention. I'm going to repeat that one more time. God is not in grade 1 to whereas God don't understand the difference between this person's intention and that person's intention, bro. God understands the intentions with very great precision. You know what I'm saying? So God is going to judge this person for their mistakes and their errors, who basically they bet their investments on all these negative things. He gonna judge them different versus this person who bet all their investments on the right things, on doing his will. He judges them different. God is gonna have more favor on the person who bet their investments on the right thing, on his plan, on his purpose for their life. He's gonna have more favor on them, bruh. He's gonna have more favor. Man, he could have a second chance for these people. He's gonna have more favor on these people, bruh. He's gonna have more open doors and opportunities for these people because God see the intentions. These people bet their money on God, and the other people bet their money on this worldly nonsense and all these toxic products. So it will never be the same. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear that makeup is toxic. They don't want to hear that weaves is toxic. But this is just ABC knowledge. This is just ABC, like, this is regular stuff, bro. So if you don't want to hear the simple truth, when will you ever be ready to hear the hardcore truth that God delivers? Oh, because God has different levels of truth, bro. Like God, man, God's truth get real. The truth hurts, bro. And these people be in their emotions. They don't want to hear no types of truth, bro. Come on, bro. When will these people be ready to hear the real truth? Hey, majority of them, they probably will never be able to hear the real truth. They will continue to shield their emotions. They don't want to be hurt because the truth hurts. And then, like, it will just keep going till forever. But it is what it is, bro. I just pray that more people just snap out of this emotional stuff, bro, and really, like, get into the hardcore truth. Start following the truth that hurts. Start living that lifestyle of following God. Hey, if you gotta suffer while trying to follow God, hey, so be it. So you scared of suffering for Jesus? But Jesus done laid down his life for his people's sins, bro. Come on, bro. So Jesus went through all this pain for his people, but his people ain't even willing to suffer for him and live a lifestyle of righteousness. Please, bro. You know what I'm saying? Please. But yeah, man, God is gonna look at them two people different. God could have more favor on this person because they was doing the right things that glorify him. But I think that's basically everything I wanted to say, bro. God is gonna give more favor to the people out there who's making great choices, investing in God's kingdom. More favor. You over here investing in all these toxic products, weed, drugs, and all this stuff. You took a financial ill. God is not gonna give you the amount of favor that he gonna give these people, bro. It's not gonna happen, bro, because God understands your intentions, bro. But you know, I think that's basically everything I just wanted to say on this message, bro. Peace.